So, good morning to everyone. And how long? A day and a half we had together. And how quickly, I'm just speaking for myself. Can you hear? Sorry, speak up a bit. I'm saying that in a day and a half together, I really feel a sense of friendship. Oh, gosh. You have to be my friend too? Find the best, okay. Okay, right. How's that? Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. But I'm saying that I really feel I'm amongst my friends. Do you feel that? It's something, especially after all the chat last night, and it's just very special finding out about each other and how special each one is, and listening to the heart of each one. So thank you. Okay, so we have a little time, so I'd like us just to begin with a reflection, a meditation, and I'll share a few thoughts just to remind us and bring us to that state of soul consciousness which you talked about, heard about, practiced yesterday, because that's our foundation in meditation, the experience of being a soul. And the key there, when someone says, I have a soul, is that right? No. Good students. I am a soul. I have a body. I am a soul. So we've energized the body. Now we energize I, the soul. And I go inside. And I remember who I truly am. Gently, I bring all my awareness to the center of my forehead, the seat of I, the soul, in the body. I visualize the point of light that is shining brightly. And as I do that, gradually the awareness of my body and my surroundings fades away. And I become the light that I am. I am a soul, a being of light. And I experience the freedom of that. Freedom from the labels. Freedom from the obligations, the complications. Freedom to be myself. and I merge my original state of peace. I am a being of peace. I stay in this awareness for a few moments. Om Shanti. So I'm bringing myself back to that awareness and enjoying being myself rather than being what everybody else wants me to be, really being who I am. But then we understand, and you're now experiencing, many of you anyway, experiencing the fact that the soul, this being of light, the self, is not actually bound by space and time. And we were having conversations about that in our little group. What happens to the soul? And so that means that the soul, or the consciousness, if you like, whatever word you wish to use, but the little soul that I am, and I'm always amused by, as I mentioned yesterday, the fact that the soul is so tiny and the body in comparison. How does the soul do it? How do I do it? And so it's possible for my consciousness, for I, the soul, to reach dimensions beyond. And in fact, that's what we've been doing in soul consciousness, actually. But what we practice in meditation too is the understanding that there is a realm beyond, which is a place of silence and stillness. And you could call it the home of souls. It's where souls originally come from, where we souls will all eventually return to. But in our meditation, we can actually begin to experience it and experience the rest and comfort of being in a place of total stillness and silence. And the other dimension, or the other aspect of that, of being there, and it's not that difficult, especially in this atmosphere, to travel. It's not astral travel or anything. I should make that clear. You're still very much in your body, but you feel as if you're far away. And in that dimension of stillness, this is where we can really connect with the source, or the divine, or God. So many names, so many so many names and so on. But actually, there is one source for the whole of humanity. No matter what faith. I don't want to get into religion, but would God have a religion? So one source for the whole of humanity. And that source is also, as we know, the form of the soul as a point. The form of that source of light is also a point. But just as with the soul emanates energy through the body and makes the body function. The soul emanates energy into the atmosphere. And of course the energy of the soul can be pure, can be impure, can be positive, can be negative, because we see a variety of behavior and experiences of souls. But the point source of the divine also emanates, but the emanation is of total purity, total love, total peace, total bliss, even beyond joy, we'd say bliss. And it's unlimited. So of course it's not that you and I take something and there's a little less. Of course not. God is an eternal source of the highest qualities. And this is actually the energy that's needed in our world now, this highest energy. And it's not that God can come and suddenly change everything. We have to play our part to be able to connect, to bring that energy first to fill ourselves and then to fill our world. And, so we have brought ourselves to this point. Now we have this responsibility. And of course there are many physical things to do, but often this is missing. The connection with the source that can give the power and the strength for transformation to happen, but also the connection with the source, the connection with the unlimited ocean of love. We use this word ocean as a sort of analogy. And the connection with the ocean of love is for healing to take place, because a lot of healing is needed in our world right now, everywhere, at all levels. And it is God's love that really is the greatest healing power. And when we experience the connection, we feel totally held by that love. And we can feel how that love, that divine love, can help to, if you like, wash away or lessen the impact of the negativity, the fear, whatever it is that we may be holding. And we're all holding things, but we know that those negative things are not productive for us. I always remember Daddy Janki talking to someone who was an activist in South Africa, and he asked her about righteous anger. And her answer was, if the seed is poison, then the fruit will be poison. And it changed everything for him into sacred activism, which we mentioned. So imbibing this really powerful power of love enables us to be that channel, if you like, or the instrument. And we're quite fond of the word instrument, and you'll hear it from time to time. And the word instrument implies humility. So it's not us. The connection, we make that effort and that attention for the connection, and then we become instruments for the divine to do the work that is needed on our planet. And the healing is needed for human beings and the whole of nature, actually. Every living being and matter itself. So let us experience meditation to go beyond and be with the divine. Gently, I bring myself again to that state of soul consciousness. I, the soul, seated in the center of my forehead. I'm a beautiful being of light. And in this awareness, I begin to take my consciousness beyond. I, the soul, cross the barriers of this physical world and arrive at a place of silence and stillness. Nothing of negativity can touch this place. I'm totally safe in the silence. Deep silence. And I become aware of the presence of the divine, the source of all that is true and good. The light, I, the soul, the light. Connect with the light of the divine. And I enter a vast ocean of peace. Peace that brings so much comfort. Peace that is beyond anything limited, any conditions. A true eternal peace. in this space, I begin to feel the power of God's love. I'm held in love. A love that knows no bounds. A love that is filled with understanding, with compassion. And as I immerse myself in this divine love, I feel many things drop away. I feel the healing power of God's love. Purifying the soul. Giving me strength. Giving me courage. The healing power of this love brings me so much joy. That I'm with a being who has complete, unconditional love for me. I'm safe. I'm nourished by this love. And I begin to feel the love overflow. The divine makes me an instrument. An instrument to share this love with our world. The rays of love reach out across the planet, touching human hearts, awakening souls to their original state of being. As the love reaches out, I see our world surrounded by love. Gradually, gently, I begin to return to the physical dimension, to my body, to the room, and as I, the soul, look out through my eyes, I begin to see the world with a new vision. Thank you. Om Shanti.